one of Felony. So, a lot of people don't really understand what this series is yet about. And so, if you follow A Camper and Criminals Cozy Mystery, it's kind of dark. And so, maybe if I turn it this way, turn my face towards the light of the day. I don't know what Rowena's doing in there. Hey, Ro! Peeky Boo! Come here. So, anyways, so I should face the river, but yeah, we're not. We're not. So anyway, about four-leaf felony. So people don't really, I don't think, understand what it's about. So if you follow A Camper and Criminals Cozy Mystery, you will know that Violet Reinhammer is the actual reporter in that series, and she is always looking for her big break, right? She thinks that she's so awesome. She's on Channel 2 News as a reporter, and she also works for the Normal Gazette. And May and her at first had a little issue together, problem, and then now they're doing better. Oh, do you see that? That's Austin's new car. If you got the newsletter, you know what happened to Austin's old car. So tomorrow I have to drive to Nashville to drop off the new car and meet the person who was responsible for the old car. Also, if you got the newsletter, you would see that Rowena is on unpaid treat leave from HR. And you will notice in the newsletter what she did. So we will have more on that. But I also think that Rowena has asked if she could do a little piece in the newsletter explaining why she was put on unpaid treat leave as an employee of Tanya Kappa's books. And so that will be out on Friday, because I hope she's in there right now writing that up, because I told her I would give her one more chance if she apologized to the public of her behavior. So if you didn't see that, you should open up your newsletter. Anyways, so back to four-leaf felony, and I just get so distracted. I'm like a squirrel. Do I have ADHD? I don't know. Probably. Never been diagnosed. But my mom did say that every night at 7 p.m. When I was a kid, that I would start like jumping up and down, running around the house every night like clockwork. 7 p.m. Zoo, zoo, zoo. So probably I do. Anyways, so back to four-leaf felony. So anyways, what happened was that I had knew that Violet was really a strong character like May. Not necessarily strong as like a secondary character, although she had her part, but she was a strong sleuth in her own right. And at some point, I saw in one of the 26 books, oh, Violet kind of has her own story. But what is it? What's that story? And kind of like May, she wants to out of normal. She wants to see what's out in that world. And she knows that her awesome career as a journalist that's her ticket out of there. Oh, the sun. The sun. So, anyways, what does that mean exactly? So I don't really know what, at the point when I was writing her in A Camper and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series, I just kind of dampened her down. And so I don't know about you guys, but last year, or the past 2 years since we had our shutdown, I immersed myself in books centered around holidays. I have not read but maybe 2 holiday cozy mysteries, but most of them were just good, feel-good women's fiction. And I loved it. And then I became part of that group, my book friends, which I was so excited that they asked me to join them. And they are a group of women's fiction authors, and so I started reading some of their books and light romance. So, and though I don't write romance, I'm the only cozy mystery author over there, so it's really fun talking to romance readers about cozy mysteries. And so what happened was that I thought, oh my gosh, what about if I just did a complete cozy mystery series set around the holidays? But how would that look? Like, life would be normal between each mystery, and then there would be a murder on each holiday. But still, I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. So I got with my cover artist, Mariah Sinclair, who is amazing, and I said, Mariah, I want to write a series, um, and I don't really know, you know, what the character is, what the sleuth does, anything like that. But I want it to be set around holidays. So I kind of gave her an idea of what I wanted, and she came up with my most amazing books. And then I showed it to a few of my cozy author friends who loved the books. She came up with like 7 or 8 covers. And since then, I think I have 10 covers, but this is the first book coming out. And so she came up with Celebrate Good Crimes, which is an amazing tagline. And so I started noodling it and started thinking about it. And I was like, I kept hearing Violet Reinhammer. She kept saying, oh, give me a chance, give me a chance. Let me be at this town. And I'm like, but Violet, in my head, I can't let you go to a big city, So, honestly, that wouldn't work. And you're trying to get out of normal. So, what would that look like? And so, and I think I said to you guys, I'm thinking about this idea and Violet Reinhammer getting her own series, but I just haven't decided if that's the case. So I was kind of having a hard time with that and trying to make her quiet in my head. But then I would wake up at night and she'd be like, Tanya, I need my own series. This is it. I'm a reporter. I know nothing about reporting. And that's fine because it's not really about reporting. It's really about her snooping. So the more I thought about this series, the more it just made sense that Violet Reinhammer has got her day. She is got the call. And she is on an airplane to go to this big, huge interview. She doesn't necessarily have the job yet, but she has got this interview with this huge television network series out in California, though I do know that they're all really in New York City, but I need her to get away from Kentucky. And the town is called Holiday Junction, and it's not set in a state, which I wrote this book already with our Patreon group. So if you're not in the Patreon group, you can be. Just a side note to that is that we are currently now working on Mother's Day Murder, which is the second book and up for pre-order. So my Patreon group gets to see and read all the chapters as I'm writing them first before anybody. So last month, they've already read this. So there's a lot of great reviews about it already. So I'm super excited. But anyways, and so that's exciting. And it is for pre-order if you want to pre-order, but you're also welcome to join our Patreon. But that's really only truly for super Tanya Kappas fans, super fans. Yeah, so don't even explore it if that's not the case, which is fine. I love you all. Doesn't matter. I'm still here. But that is really our group where we have book club, we have Zoom meetings. Last month we played bingo, and everybody got $25 Amazon gift cards just for showing up. So we had fun because you can really play virtual bingo. Actually, I was able to create bingo cards with just mystery words that was just mystery themed, and they can play online with those cards. I think there were 30 something cards that were generated. But anyways, it's just a fun way for me to give back to people who are super fans. So they have already read this, so they know what is happening. So I thought today I would read chapter 1 of the first series because it's really hard to start a brand new series for readers and for readers to be like, oh, what's that about? So this is it. And also the books will never come out on the holiday given unless we're really cranking them out in the Patreon group, because I want it to be special for the Patreon group. So like the holiday themed ones, which are super cute as well, they are for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, like those holiday ones, like the big holiday, I might start writing those in the Patreon group within the next couple of months. So we kind of like do holiday in the summer, which is a lot of fun. So Violet got her day. She got her own series. And the kind of wrap up for Violet leaving normal, well, so there are crossovers. So you're going to see Mae West and the Laundry Club ladies in here, definitely in this first episode or the first series. Now, her departure is wrapped up in the next camper book, which is Adventures, Abduction, and Arrest. So it wasn't left as a cliffhanger. So you do get that wrap up with that series, but there is crossover. And I also wanted to make it to where the Laundry Club ladies or whoever from A Camper Criminals Cozy Mystery can go visit Violet. So, and in the next book, Mother's Day Murder, there is someone that goes to visit Violet. So, anyways, I'm going to read book or chapter 1 of Four Leaf Felony. And I'm going to read it off my Kindle because, you know, these little words are like, so I'm going to do it from my Kindle so I can see these old 50-year-old eyes, 51-year-old eyes can read. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Maybe I'm going to put the book back here so if people join us, they know exactly what I'm doing. Boop. Can you even see that? I hope you can. And also, I have my coffee. Whoop. Take a drink of that. From a camper mug. Ooh, I wonder if Karen is on here. Karen, we should make holiday mugs. She is so good at that. We love our Karen, don't we? Okay, chapter 1. And my daughter, the pride spilled out of the woman. Her smile, her eyes, her entire face lit up as she showed me the photo on her phone. She has 3 little children. Now let me tell you, she put her hand on her chest, I never thought the girl was going to give me grandbabies. I slowly sucked in a deep breath, reminding myself that this was just a temporary situation. After the airplane landed, I'd never have to see this woman again. Look here, this is Joey. He's a handful. He loves his mama. And this is little Chance. He's a handful, but he loves his mama too. She scrolled from the photo to photo like a pro. She's done this a time or two, and I wasn't her first grandchild photo dump victim. And this is my little Lizzie, the woman giggled. She's just a doll baby. She's the cutest, just the cutest, she repeated as if I'd not heard her say it the first time. She's the cutest. She stared at me. Oh, I realized she wanted a response. Yes, she is. She bragged on and on about her 3 grandchildren, which I was far removed from. I mean, honestly, I had no idea what I was going to do for the rest of this 4-hour airplane ride. I knew I shouldn't have made eye contact when I first got on the airplane. It gave her the free way to talk and talk. The only hope I had was the connecting flight. What were the chances she'd be on that one and be seated next to me? Excuse me for a second. I had a little too much Diet Coke, I told her and unbuckled the safety belt. I stood up and took a big, deep breath before I took my first steps of freedom away from my seatmate. This entire plane ride was nothing like I had in my head when I woke up. There were things I needed to do to prepare myself for my big gig, and listening to this woman was exhausting me. I would have loved to hear about little Lizzie and her brothers on any given day, just not today. Today was a day I'd been waiting for. Well, I couldn't even remember how long. That was how long, if I couldn't remember. Get yourself together, Violet, I told myself under the fake smile as I stepped over a child playing in the aisle when the child should have been in the family member's seat. I tossed back my long blonde hair, which was perfectly styled and over my shoulder. Carefully, I stepped over the child and continued down the center of the airplane toward the bathroom. All eyes were on me. I'd been a reporter in my hometown of Norville, Kentucky for Channel 2 News, where I was also had my own show called The Good Day in the Park. I also had an article in the local newspaper, so I was used to the perfect smile. I'd spent my career giving up any social life so I could get one big break, and this was it. And nothing, I mean nothing, was going to ruin it. Just a few short days, and you're going to see me on TV being a big time reporter, I thought to myself when I noticed people glancing up at me. Like my Aunt Lucinda told me, Violet, honey, you've got to fake it until you make it. And that's exactly what I had done in Normal. And here I was on my way to making it big. The flight attendant was busy getting the little food cart ready to push down the aisle and stepped out of the way of the bathroom door when she noticed me going for the handle. Are you having a good flight? She cordially asked. Her brown hair was parted in the side, pulled back into a low ponytail. The maroon uniform showed off a very appealing figure that showed she took care of herself. Something definitely I could understand. It was one of many things I needed to do to stay camera ready at any moment. Yes, I am. I curled my finger into the small opening of the handle and pulled the accordion bathroom door open. Oh my God! My body shook. My breath heaved in and out at a rapid pace. I slammed the bathroom door shut. What's wrong? The flight attendant asked me. She put one hand on me when she noticed my knees were giving out. In her free hand, she pulled the flight attendant's seat down, easing me into it. Ah, I gasped for air. Oh, honey, you're having a panic attack. It's okay, she assured me, reaching behind her to get one of those throw up bags. She put it into my hand. Just breathe slowly in and out of the bag. No, I shook my head, trying to get away from the bag that she'd shoved in my face. Body! Body! I gasped and pointed to the bathroom. There's, I rolled my eyes up and tried to take a deep breath. There's a body! I pointed and gave up, resting my head against the airplane wall. Someone's in there? She made an eek face and smiled. They probably forgot to lock the door. It happens all the time. I reached up, grabbed the front of her uniform jacket, and dragged her down to my face with me. Dead body, blood was all I could get out.